Buffalo Bills wide receiver Cole Beasley claims that he would literally rather quit playing professional sports than get the coronavirus vaccine or follow protocols for unvaccinated athletes. So here's what he had to say. Everyone, hi, I'm Cole Beasley and I'm not vaccinated.
Okay, good for you.
I will be outside doing what I do. I'll be out in the public. If you're scared of me, then steer clear or get vaccinated. Point blank, period. I may die of COVID, but I'd rather die actually living. So look, I respect that he doesn't want to get vaccinated. I mean, I wouldn't go in that direction. I'm fully vaccinated. Getting fully vaccinated was incredibly liberating. I love being able to walk into private businesses now and I don't have to wear a mask.
Oh, it was amazing. I did it for the first time today.
It's so good.
I mean, I have taken my mask off to eat inside at restaurants because I've been vaccinated for a while now, of course. But today I walked into a dry cleaner without a mask on. I was like, look at us getting fancy.
No, it felt so good.
Yeah.
So there's that. But here's where he completely loses me. He refuses to follow the rules, the protocol for unvaccinated athletes.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. You don't get to benefit or take advantage of what vaccinated people get to take advantage of, which is freedom, if you don't get vaccinated. Because you're putting potentially other people at risk by not following whatever protocols the NFL has put in place for people like you.
Yeah.
You don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You get what I'm saying? So I typically, look, when this story was pitched in our production meeting, I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. Once I read the details, I was like, no, I'm on a warpath. This is unacceptable.
Yeah, so here's my thoughts. Now, first of all, he says, avoid me, right? Mission accomplished, don't worry, I'll avoid you. Okay, and this whole idea of like, I'd rather live free than get vaccinated, man. Well, couldn't we apply that logic to a lot of things, right? So a seatbelt, man. I'd rather fly through a windshield than live my life not being free. Telling me to buckle up. No way, man. Windshield, here I come. Pavement, you're next. So what? You're not allowed to take any precautions because it limits your freedom? No, that's absurd, right? And by the way, NFL players that make tons and tons of money, what is the first thing they always talk about when they make it into the league? Hey, make sure you're using condoms because people are gonna wanna have babies. You think they don't have those conversations? They have those conversations. Hey, Cole Beasley, well, what are you doing that for? Don't you wanna live free, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just called normal human judgment and precautions, and it depends. But at the same time, should you wrap yourself in saran wrap before sex? No, right? And so you don't wanna get vaccinated. We're telling you, okay, I mean, it's a curious choice, but fine. But then of course you're gonna have to follow the protocols because they're worried about you infecting others. And think about it, guys. Even if you don't care about the health at all, and you don't care about any of that, and the well-being of the other players or the coaches, who a lot of them are, let's be honest, older and overweight. Okay, so those are issues for getting coronavirus. Even if they're vaccinated, there's a small chance that they could get it. I'm not too worried about it, but that's not on me, it's on them. And they might be worried about it. But even if you're not worried about that, what if you get the other players sick and then they have to sit out a game? Well, why the hell would the Bills allow you to do that? That could cost them millions upon millions of dollars.
Yeah,
of course they're not gonna let you do that with their business.
And also great teamwork, seriously.
Right.
I mean, just completely disregarding the potential health ramifications of others based on your selfish behavior. And again, you get to decide whether you get the vaccine or not. But you don't then get to decide after refusing to get vaccinated to ignore the protocols by the NFL. And by the way, there seems to be just this misunderstanding regarding what the vaccine does, because he also says this: I'm not going to take meds for a leg that isn't broken. Okay, let's just stop right there. The point is the vaccine prevents you from getting COVID, right?
In that analogy.
And by the way, if you do end up getting COVID after getting vaccinated, there have been a few cases of that, your likelihood of dying from the virus is non-existent. at that point, right? Like it protects you, like it is a preventative measure, but who cares, right?
No, hold on. Let's just note the great irony of that, right? I'm not gonna do it to take precautions for a broken leg. Dude, you wear pads. You play football. You literally wear pads on your legs so that you don't get a broken leg, among other things. And you also wear a helmet. Oh, so I'm not gonna wear a helmet for a head that isn't broken yet. I'm just gonna run straight into the other guys with helmets on with no helmet because my head isn't broken yet. And the thing is, these guys think they're clever.
He also says, I'd rather take my chances with COVID and build up my immunity that way. Yeah, but it's not just about you, Beasley. It's not just about you. Right now, the so-called Delta variant is spreading rapidly. Like that's the variant that's really starting to become the dominant variant in the United States. And so it's important to remember that viruses don't just stay the same, they mutate. And you want to prevent the spread of this virus. You want to stop it from mutating because if it continues to mutate, there is a possibility that it'll mutate to the point where it's no longer, the vaccine is no longer as effective, right? Luckily that hasn't happened yet. But I bring up the Delta variant specifically, even though there's, the vaccine still works against it, okay? But who knows how it's going to mutate in the future as Americans refuse to get vaccinated against this virus. I mean, it puts their health in danger, it puts other people's health in danger, and it honestly puts everyone in danger, including vaccinated people, because it allows for this virus to continue mutating. It's just so stupid, and I just wish these public figures, like, you want to be dumb in your personal life, be dumb in private. Just don't be dumb publicly to discourage other people from doing the right thing. Yeah. That's it.
All right, I only have a couple of things left. Number one, the Delta variant and the Loki variant are running wild, so everybody be careful. So secondly, he says, I just rather get immunity by getting the actual disease. Or you can get the vaccine and not get the disease.
Yeah, or get the vaccine and it gives you immunity.
So that doesn't make any sense at all. But secondly, one of the side effects, even if you survive it, and by the way, I get it. We actually care about the science. That's why we tell you if you get the vaccine, you're pretty safe, right? And that's why we tell you it's okay now. You could go indoors at restaurants without a mask if you got the vaccine. And it's also scientifically true that since he's young and he's an athlete, he's very unlikely to die from coronavirus, even if he got it, right? Without a vaccine or anything, okay? We know that, right? But it has other damage that it could do too. Sometimes it does permanent damage and you don't know, it's luck of the draw. It might not do any damage to him or it might ruin his lungs, which he kind of needs as a professional athlete, right? So it's knuckleheaded in 18 different ways. But the bottom line and the most important part of the story is he's an employee of the Buffalo Bills, which is part of the National Football League, okay? If you're an employee of McDonald's and you go, I don't care about your safety precautions, I'm not wearing a hairnet. I'm just gonna shake my head right into the fries. Well, they're gonna fire you.
You're done,
because that's not how it works. You can't say that in the kitchen of any restaurant. Oh yeah, my freedom, man. Yeah, freedom's right over there, right out the door, okay? And so, or if you're driving an 18-wheeler, you're like, oh, you want safety precautions? No way, man. I'm loading up on beer right as I'm going on the highway. Blah, okay, safety precautions, freedom, okay? Okay, then you're fired. It's easy, it's super easy. So eventually, if he really doesn't follow the rules that the Bills have, they're gonna let him go. And what an unbelievably stupid reason to give up your NFL career, which is both awesome and incredibly lucrative. At least Pat Tillman did it for his country and he did it because he was patriotic. And that was an excellent reason, right? You're gonna do it because, oh, duh. I want to be free, man. Like jobs are bumming me out. I don't like to follow rules. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, I really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.